Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Turn right now. Hi, Candy. How are you today? Camera angle good? I know my Dollar Tree video wasn't the best. Forgot to switch my camera. A little tired? Oh. Take a nap. That's my philosophy when I'm tired. Take a nap. So, I am going to be coloring some steampunk images I was asked to do for a friend. She wanted them smaller than coloring sheets. So this morning I scanned them all and I resized them all. These are images I have that I bought from a coloring book. This is a stamp I have, so I resized it. This is a stamp I have. I resized him. These are the coloring images. I did a pretty damn good job. These are some images I have. Coloring sheets. Image I bought. Coloring sheets. Coloring sheets. They're about 3 by 5 size. And I left them in the whole sheet except for these. I might reprint the ones that are like put this guy and these guys, print them again so they're on one sheet, because after I color them, hi Arlene, after I color them, I'm going to rescan them into a file and then can always just print them out because I think it's cool. So how is everybody this morning? And I'm going to try to stick to browns, grays, silver, golds, maybe bronze colors, and go that route to make it really look steampunked in those colors. So we're going to get my markers out. And yep, and they all come flying down. Well, I hope everybody's day is going well. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. My hubby's at work. I have no plans for the day. My toe's broken and I made my way downstairs yesterday and God, that hurt going downstairs. Decided to take it easy. My husband's like, stop. And I'm like, what? And he goes, it's not going to get any better if you don't stay off it. I'm not, I would not do good if I broke a leg or something. I didn't do good when I broke my ankle. I probably won't do good if I broke the leg. And I would not be a good patient. I know I won't be a good patient. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't be. I always got to be doing something. So I'm getting out my browns is what I'm doing. They keep falling out on me. Colors I don't want. I got to come up with a different solution. I'm going to buy me another one of those carts that I like. This guy's going to build me a thing. I guess you could buy them too. Oh, I got a spot on my glasses. Or I can put my markers in. Because I'm not big in this behind me. All right. All right. Who else came in? Nobody? Alrighty. So, got my little scratch piece of paper I always use. I'm going to move my markers out of my way here. This is how I'm going to show you how when I have a project and I have to do multiples. This is how I color. And people might think it's strange, but to me, it's effective. All right. It's just a little too dark on that one. Let me find one. Let's see. Oh, God. You grab one and they all come falling. That's not what I like. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, that's me. I can't. I always got to be doing something. Always, always, always. My grandpa always called me a putzer. I think that's a Midwest word. I don't know. Hi, Staffy. Good morning. And I know I don't color like the usual people you probably see on YouTube. This is the way I've been coloring for years. Color pencil, marker, crayons. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Yep, exactly, Steph. Yep, it's whatever works for you. That's why I always tell everybody you don't need expensive products to do a good job. I mean, I've used some cheap markers, crayons, colored pencils, and I can accomplish a lot. Okay. Oh, I just realized something here. Shadow. Shadow on her nose. There we go. Oh, one more second. Okie dokie. Alrighty. That goes. You guys can hear me, right? Sorry about that. So, what's everybody's plans for this weekend? Does anybody have plans for this weekend? My hubby works all weekend, so no plans. Buddy of ours is in a hospital. I think Scott said he might swing up there after work. He was going to message me after work to see how he's feeling. If he's too tired, he's not going to. But if he's up to it, he's going to go see his friend, his buddy. Had a minor stroke. Thank God it was a minor one. At least he didn't ignore it. And that's what the doctor said that came in yesterday, that most people don't realize they're having a stroke. They just think that they're, dizzy from weather. Yeah, because that's what started. He was dizzy and he got physically sick. And then when he woke up the next morning, he had a rough night, that he told his wife, you better call an ambulance. Yep, I know your plan is running a garage sale. Hello, Sabrina. Yep. How's it going so far? Making any money? Should do a quick video and put it up, Sabrina. Show everybody how big your umbrella really is. It's huge, guys. It's huge. All right, let me catch up. All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. Yes, okay. Freedom. Sometimes remember little man and daddy. I'm gonna go fishing with it tomorrow. 27 for kids, 59. That's cool. I am finishing an altar to angel and starting another altar cross. Nice stuff. Husband's on vacation. Well, Scott, they didn't has no vacation. And I'm like, why don't you have a vacation? Well, when he called in sick, they used his vacation days. So he has no vacation. They tell you not to come to work if they're not feeling good because of COVID, but then they take your vacation days and use it against you. Yep. So he has no vacation. At least he got paid for those days. I'm surprised that he's not home. But the day's young yet. Because his last day he got sent home because they had no product. Yeah. I advise everybody, paper products like toilet paper. And you guys may be like, oh yeah, stock it up to be then. Toilet paper, paper towel, napkins, anything like that. I would stock. Because my husband works in manufacturing paper products, paper towelry and stuff like that, okay? And it is getting harder for them to get the product to make it. So if you're able to, kind of stockpile a little bit so you don't run out. And there's warehouses full, but they will deliver to hospitals. This is what the guy was telling Scott. They will deliver to hospital, prisons, and jails if they need to before they will give it to the public. Yep. I get the hospitals, but prisons don't. I'm like, what? Yep, prisoners can't run out of toilet paper or paper toweling or any of that stuff, but the public can. Yep. Actually, I did him wrong. Whoops, that's all right. I'll still do it, but I'll fix it. But I'm going to add it just because I screwed up here. You don't even know that. I said, that was cool that you're hubby's home on vacation, is what I said. That's all. So this is what I'll be working on. You figure, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 little images to color. That's what I'll be doing this weekend. And then I'll cut them out nicely. After I get them colored, I'm scanning them in my computer. And I'll put them in a file. So if I want to use them again, I'll just print them out. All right. So my neighbor sold her a house. I'm losing a good neighbor. Bad neighbors, she couldn't handle it anymore. So she's moving. September. Had the city inspector at my door yesterday. That was interesting. Because somebody called the city on my neighbors. Of course, we're duplex, so he inspected us our side as well. We didn't have no issues. They, on the other hand, had a few. And our landlord got fined. Yep. Yeah, Scott and I are mowing the grass, This car pulls up, and we aren't thinking anything. We're in the middle of mowing grass. I'm actually sitting on a porch because I mowed the front yard, and I tell you that hurts when you have a broken toe. So Scott's like, "Hey, let me do it." He was weed whacking. So Scott was finishing we got the front yard and the side yard done. We still have to do the backyard, and the guy goes back, because we're like our grass was long all minute, but every time I go to, it's been so hot, who wants more grass? So we were waiting for a cool day, and then when it cools down, and we had rain, so we couldn't win. He goes, "Oh, that's not what I'm here about." And we're like, "Well, what are you here about?" He goes, "We got to complain about your neighbor's yard." He goes, "And it's not, you guys are in a double dwelling," as he called it. He goes, "Have to inspect both sides." And we're like, "Go right ahead." He said something about my fire pit, because I have a fire pit, but it's on the back side of the house, next to the house. And I said, "We haven't even used that fire pit all year long." I said, "It's just sitting there. We don't burn a fire there. I said, if we do have a fire, it's in the middle of our driveway. He's like, oh, okay. I said, as you can see, I said, it's got wood in that I picked up throughout the yard. I said, but yeah, we haven't had a fire. I said, I don't even know why we still have the fire pit. I said, but we have it for camping. We'll take it. When we do our rendezvous, it's usually used at rendezvous in the middle of the camp. Here we rarely use it. But so checked our neighbors. They got a citation on their door. They weren't even home. It was terrible. 16 violations. And the thing is they didn't finish. I don't know how long they have to finish what the guy wrote down, because their garage, all alongside their garage on the back side, is all junk. Whoops. He cited him for that. And their garbage cans, and I don't remember all 16 of them. But yeah, our landlord called us last night. I'm like, don't go bitching at me. Well, who keeps calling? I'm like, the neighbors do, Norm. It's not me. It's other neighbors. They are disgusting people to live around. I said, your neighbors are getting fed up. You've had your neighbor, I said, the people around me have called you personally, and nothing gets done. I said, and they're tired of it, so they called the city instead, because you don't do anything. You don't do anything as a landlord. I said, so if you don't do anything as a landlord, they're going to take the next steps and do the proper channels. Well, they keep saying they're just being picked on because of their race. I said, this has nothing to do with their race, Norm. Nothing to do. There we go. She looks cool. I love her hair. I love her hair. He's not done, though. All right. So yeah, that was it yesterday. Alrighty. What do you think so far of the hair? Usually, what I would do is I would put this aside. Oops. Hold on, drop the marker. I gotta get it, or forget where it is, and I think it just fell in my garbage can. Oh, I did it right alongside of it, though. So usually, what I would do when I'm coloring like this, and I have so many to color. Sorry. I would color all the flesh tone, all the hair on every image that needs to be done like that. Okay? That's how I usually do it. And then I'll start the details of the other stuff. I usually get the skin tones done and the hair done on all the images. And then I come back and start coloring the rest. Now, there'll be a little color and a lot of grays mainly in this. Oh, you know what I forgot to do inside of his eye? Oh my God, Tina Louise. I just realized that. Now I have to find the right shade. And my color and my skin tones. I gotta keep my skin tones separate. I do that all the time. And then I sit here and figure out which skin tones I used to match up. No, that's not one. That is one. Okay. And let's see this one. Okay. So now I have to try to match. I always forget his eyeball inside this glass. I don't know why. I do it every time. Hopefully I can match him up. Sometimes I don't get lucky. But I go over it with like a light color anyways, because it's a glass he's wearing. But I want the inside, so look. little darker anyways. So then we're going to take warm gray. Yep. Now I'm just going to go in. That's probably why I left it. I think that's why I left it. Thanks, Arlene. Really screwed up his eyeball, but we'll make it work. Because I'll come here. Let me find it. Where is it? Right here. If I'm lucky, I can clean up his eye. And if I can't, I'll show you the trick of a trade. If I can't clean the spot that I got color on, like I did his eye right here, I'll just go in real lightly, get my paint marker going, and I'll just kind of slowly bring back the white. Just get it so looks good. Boom! Wow, that's warm. Now, I want gold right here. We're going to do outside gold. And color eye do I want in there? Let's do green, 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 green. Oh. Every time I want to, all I want to do is dream. I got this stuck in my head. Dream, dream, dream. I started coloring in Little Man's coloring books yesterday. He actually joined me for once. He never arts with me. You'll have to get him coloring books he likes. Quota's getting into that stage where it's not fun to craft with Nana. So damn it, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do when my grandkids get too old and they don't want to do this stuff with me. I'll have to go kidnap some kids to do crafts with. So will come that day. Allie's already almost there. He's into games, this Nintendo Switch. Oh yes, this company looks. Yeah. I pull one marker, they all come out, guys. It's driving me absolutely bananas. I'm gonna work on that today. Can't deal with it anymore. What color do I want as bow tie? Do I want to stick with the grays and blacks? What do you guys think? You let me know. Should I make a grays and blacks? Maybe a light gray. Or this way. Thing is the gears are going to be silver and gray, so I don't want it all to kind of blend in. You know? Add a little color to it. Oops. What the hell does that say? Peach. Oh, okay. Warm gray. I got two different colors on markers here. Warm gray. I'll have to find and do that on. It's gonna be a nice one. I don't know what it's like outside. I haven't even went outside today. I'm gonna give him a blue bow tie. I'm gonna stick a little bit of color on him. Oh, my poor blue. Oh, okay. And I'm gonna add outline. Looks better. There we go. All right. Now. You know what? I forgot this dude's ears. Oh my god. Wow, Tina. I can't forget a dude's ears. But I did. Yeah, he needs his ears. I would think he would need his ears. Trying to separate my colors between my grays and all that. Even if half the time men don't know how to use their ears, but they do need them. Or is that just my husband? I get what? Did you say something? He says to me the other day, and I'm like, yeah, I did. 3 times. Take your Bluetooth out of your damn ear. Engage to the world, I told him. Where the hell is my silver? Okay. Alright, I got bronze, gold, one, cool gray, one gray, cool gray, black, cool gray. Did I not take my silver down? No, I had my silver. I know I had my silver. Okay, over here. No, blah, blah, no. Where's my silver? Ouch. Every time I move a little bit, I hit that toll. One gray, blue, olive, bomber, dark yellow, cool gray, green gray, black, green gray, bronze, green, cool gray. Alrighty, where is my silver? Okay. On a hunt now. Checking my floor. Yeah. Oh, that's not. I didn't grab my silver. I was like, where's my silver? My silver did not come up down. I didn't have my silver down. Where's my silver? Color. Hi, Roy. Lunch with Tina. The messy crafter posse. Thank you. Messy, you got that right. Actually, I'm pretty clean today, surprisingly. Up a little bit. I laugh. It's pretty bad. We go out to dinner, was it Thursday night? No, Wednesday night. And Diamond calls. They were here earlier, okay? And then she calls right before we go to leave. She says to my husband, did you check Mom to make sure she didn't have any paint on her anywhere? I'm like, you little shit. He goes, and Scott goes, as we're speaking, Mom's in the shower. Oh, yeah. Yep, Arlene. Yep, I call it men selective hearing. They hear what they want to hear. My husband's good at that. Very good at it. Don't get me wrong. I've been with the man for 29 years. I know his habits. He can't teach anything. He has no more tricks up his sleeves. Roy. This is basic coloring. There's not image because the images are small. I downsize these so you guys are aware of that. So there won't be a lot of different shading in this. Like I would probably usually do. The smaller the image, the harder the shading is. Now maybe if I did them in colored pencil, I could get away with it. Oh, Arlene, I hope you feel better. Feeling just not yourself is never get you down. I get where it's like, what do I want to do today? Because I'm home all the time. Okay, I don't work outside the house. I have bad eyesight, and I craft, I color. It's amazing when you. I only have one good eye. You know, I can see 20/20 on them. The other one is blind. I can't see squat out of it. Then I do pretty good with what I do. But I've been mitten this way since I was a child, so I pretty much adapted. And um, I always find something to do. Always. And it's like when the world came to a shutdown. Oh, damn. People are like having fits because they have to stay home. It didn't phase me one bit. I've always been a homebody, even as a child. So, but I forgot what I was saying. Oh, homebody. So it didn't phase me. I think people are just crazy. I'm like, I can't do this and I can't do that. And it kept on going on and on. It's like, oh my God. Here, yeah. Matter of fact, I have to go make my eye doctor's appointment, my specialist, because I am filing for disability. I didn't know I could do that. And I was told by a caseworker that I should go file for disability because I am disabled. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, why haven't you? And I'm like, I don't know. Probably because I don't think I need it. She says, but you do need it. There's benefits to it. So she told me to go back and get a new. She asked me when was the last time I saw my eye doctor. I'm like 3-4 years ago. She goes, yeah, go see your eye doctor. Come back and see me and we'll fill out the paperwork. And I'm like, okay. So I have to get on the ball and do that. Because I don't drive. I can't drive. And I used to work at fast food restaurants because I'd go get a job today. Except I can't handle the lighting in these places. Yeah. And the computer systems mess with my eyes. I get extreme headaches. This right now, I can't sit here and do this all day because I'll get a migraine. Or I'll get get my vertigo will act up. My vertigo is caused from my eyesight. I lived on a dead-end road with a grandfather and a great uncle who was the closest neighbor. So I didn't have any kids my own age. I had my imagination. And so we didn't go a lot. You could tell the difference from my childhood to my children's. They were city kids. I was a country kid. They lose their minds, as I put it. My daughter's like, oh my God, I'm going nuts, Mom. How did you handle this? How do you handle this? I said, because I don't have to go. Me moving to Green Bay is a big city compared to where I grew up. Where I grew up, you'd blink, you miss it. That's how small it was. They didn't even count the people that lived there. And they still don't because it's still really small. When I was a kid, there was less than 200 people in the village I lived in. Now there's probably about 500-600 people. So I don't know. They may count them now. I don't know. But when I was a kid, they didn't count anybody. I grew up in a township with all Catholic people, and I was Methodist. Yeah. I haven't figured that one out, how my great grandparents ended up where they did with a Catholic community and we're Methodist. They remember the oldest priest still lived there for years, and he said he could remember my mom as a little girl. There was the three little Cox girls. My mom's last name is Cox, maiden name, and he would invite them to the socials. And back then, that was like a big to-do because they weren't Catholic, And he'd be like, they were the only Methodist family, and he just thought it was Christianly to invite the little Cox girls to the little socials they would have for the kids. And my grandparents would take them. Never tried to make them turn Catholic. I asked my mom that. He never tried to convert you or whatever? Nope. Him and Grandpa would go. My grandpa, my great grandpa, and my grandpa would go because my grandparents. I grew up on a river. Hi, Tammy. I grew up on a river, and they would go fishing. He'd come and go fishing with my great grandfather and my grandfather and my great uncles, and they were just good friends. And then when my grandfather had children, he just thought it was the right thing to do to include the kids in the community. Didn't matter what the religion was. And I remember he was in his God. I bet you he was in his 80s when I moved in with my grandfather. And he'd tell me stories about my mom. It was so funny to hear him. He says, I can remember where my great-grandfather's name is on the dam that's built in this city. That's how he ended up there. Is my great-grandfather built dams. And he was on a crew that came into that community to build the Stiles Dam. And he just liked he liked the look of it. So he pulled some land and bought it. He didn't even talk to my great-grandmother. That's what I was told. Yep. And I remember asking my grandfather, were you born yet? He says, no, none of the kids, we weren't born yet when my father did that. Okay. How are you today, Tammy? Hope all is well in Oklahoma. Hey, I could ride home with my aunt and uncle to their Oklahoma because they're up here and go visit you, Tammy. I just have to figure out how I'd get home because it was funny on Sunday. My aunt posted enjoying the Seymour Fair, and I'm like, is there a Seymour Fair in Oklahoma? So I looked closer, and here they were 20 minutes from my daughter's house at the fair. And I'm like, I called my uncle. You're in Wisconsin? He goes, yeah. I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. I said, do you realize you're only 20 minutes from Diamond? He's like, really? I'm like, yep. He goes, well, after we're done here, we'll swing by. Send me the address. So I did. I got to see my favorite uncle. I said, you didn't even tell me you were coming. He goes, we were going to surprise you. I said, well, you can blame your wife. Well, you did surprise me, but not the surprise that I think he was pushing for. And Mary posted you were at the Seymour Fair. I saw it. I said to Scott, I should have thought because I knew what they were doing because she posted what they were doing at the fair. I said we should have snuck to the fair, and I came up and sat down next to him, saying, "So, how long have you been here?" Surprised them. It was nice seeing them. They're still here. I think they leave tomorrow. I'm not liking that color. And I'll do it the same color. It don't look odd. No, they leave Sunday. Because a friend of theirs gets married tomorrow. It's Friday, right? No, gets married tonight. Yeah, today. Yeah. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Okay. Alrighty. Now, let's have here. I have no idea what this thing is sticking out of her head, but it is, so. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Still not liking her bridges, so let's see if I can fix her bridges. So, latest gray I have. That'll work right there. I'm sorry, I'm concentrated so I don't myself here. This is tiny. Not tiny, but there we go. All right. Okay. I don't remember. Yep. Gold. That's not the one. Ouch. I keep hitting my toe. Thing's never going to heal. I keep doing that. She's sitting on a giant gear. It's kind of cool. I'm just adding bronze and silver to make it look cool. I want to make these. These. Silver. Still have one landline through Verizon, but most of these are mobile phones. Verizon's charging us $10 a month for the line. What the hell? Yeah. You know, I gotta have that money. Well, I've been arguing, okay, with our clinic, okay? The only reason I haven't gone for my physical, because I keep arguing over a bill that they turned into over a collection agency. I told the collection agency, take me to court. You're not getting any money out of me. Of course, they call me a non-payer. I'm like, how can it be sent to a collection agency if they haven't even sent it to my insurance? So Scott got his bill for like $600 for his physical, and he's like, what the hell? Once a year, we're allowed a physical full coverage. Okay? Gets on the phone with the insurance company. They have not even received anything in 3 years. Okay? In 3 years. 3 years from our clinic. So Scott and I go to the clinic yesterday. They're like, we need an update of your insurance. Scott goes, and we're like, excuse me? He goes, Scott was only there 3.5 weeks ago. He goes, I gave you the new insurance company. The insurance hasn't changed for either one of us in 3 years. 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. So I have bills before Scott switched his job. I don't know what's going to happen there. So submit our new insurance cards. Identical to the insurance card they had on record. And so we get back to the insurance. We call it insurance later that afternoon. They got all these bills submitted yesterday. So who ain't doing their job at the clinics? So I said to the lady, what happens if this one right here you didn't submit to the previous employer's insurance? Because they discovered it. They still have to pay. I found that out because that was my concern. Oh, so I'm going to pay a bill that should have been covered by Scott's last employer. And I've been arguing with the clinic. I never thought, and was Scott that decided, let's just call the insurance company. I'm like, oh, good luck with that. Well, he got a nice guy yesterday and a lady, and they were we were talking on speaker with them for almost an hour and a half. He goes, Tina's questionnaires here that she's not an employee, she's an employer. I'm like, I'm a spouse, you know. She filled that out and returned. So they had all my information. But I'm like, that's when I said that I go, need to be. And I said, how can you turn over to a collection agency? He said this to the lady yesterday at the clinic because we sat down with the person at the clinic. To a collection agency within 30 days when you never sent it to my insurance. And I got, ma'am. And I'm like, don't, ma'am me. I want an answer. How can you send it to a collection agency for them to collect it when you've never submitted it to our insurance that you have on record? I made her call the collection agency. Once they discovered that for some reason they weren't being sent out, I'm like, now I want you to call this collection agency, and I had the paperwork. And I'm like, then I ended up asking for this chick supervisor. He came out. Well, you don't handle that. I'm like, you better handle it. You're billing, aren't you? Yes. I said, then you're going to tell me you're not handling it. I want you to resubmit that from the collection agency. So they quit calling me and quit hounding me for money I don't owe. I said, I guess I'm going to go talk to an attorney. Well, that changed that tune real quick. Because he got right on the phone, and now it's dead in the water. 3 years. 3 years first. 3 years. Think on my back, I said to Scott. Think on my back. So I said to Scott, thank God my back, hi Christine, my back, and when I was so sick last March was under his new insurance. And there was nothing on me 3 years ago. Scott there was, but it was a physical, and I knew remember Scott's insurance from his last work covered physicals anyways. But I'm like, I kept hearing, ma'am, ma'am. I'm like, don't ma'am me. Do your job correctly, we wouldn't be here. A $600 bill for something that was supposed to be totally covered by insurance. Who's not going to bitch about that? You know what I mean? Scott's like, why am I paying for insurance if this doesn't even have any, because insurance covers so much. Plus, we have a co-payment. Which we didn't, what's funny is now the clinic owes us money because we've been paying co-payments on physicals that didn't have co-payments. So we have a credit of, but it's $100 each. Yeah. Which I'm going to make sure I asked them, I said I'd take a check, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, I'll take a check. Well, we can give a credit. I'm like, I want a check. I said, I'd best get it in the next 30 days. You took my money when you weren't legally supposed to. Give me my money back. Scott goes, you're funny. I'm like, they're happy to take somebody's money, and only to find out they weren't supposed to be taking a co-payment on these visits, Scott. The only co-payment that I had to pay is when I went in when I was sick. But the physicals, the mammogram, all them, there was no co-payment. Your physical, labs, no co-payment. And I said I needed a co-payment. We needed a co-payment to be seen. So I said, that only states one thing. Scott's like, what? People at the end of the computers aren't reading fully what our insurance states. If they do their jobs right, we wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't be here. So I told the guy, expect my check within 30 days or I'm going to, I said, an attorney. Well, we can credit. And I'm like, no, I don't want a credit. I could use that money. It goes, do you think we'll get the money? I said, they have to. I requested it. They can't credit you. I said, people don't realize that. They say they'll credit you. Legally, if you ask for the return, they have to give it to you. It is your money. Scott goes, why didn't you take the credit? I said, because it'll never be used. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, they'll lose that credit. Or they'll come up with something to say that they used it for something, da 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 da. No. It helps when you have a friend that works for insurance companies. You know, this color really blends with this. That's all right, though. Might have to redo those beads up on top. Now that I see it. Yeah, I'm going to add more glue to that. Let's do this one. Okay. I'll make these a little darker blue here. Just a little bit. Not much, just a little, so they kind of pop a little bit. Coming down. And then I'm just going to add an outline of this blue on the edge. Oh, that's better. There we go. And I'm just going to blend that out a little bit as a color. And then look at the stars. Yeah, that's what I told them. I'm like, no, I want my money. You charged me. They owe us $250. Well, you could put that toward a payment after. I'm like, no, I'll be happy to pay my payment if I have a bill. But I want my money. You have 30 days. And I better not see it minused off any bills. Because now that you messed up, could ruin my credit, I said. I want my $250 issued next 30 days. I actually said 14. So Scott, they don't have it to us by 30 days. I said there's a number here that I can call, Wisconsin Assistance. It's a program we have in Wisconsin that help people with medical and stuff to discuss what's covered if you're arguing with your clinic. Yeah, I've done it before. I said, Scott, there's no appointment. The only thing that we would owe money on is my back. The rest were physicals. There's no copayment on the physicals. I said, and that's only a $25 copayment. And the bill, I said, depending on what the insurance covers, I said, of that, I'll deal with then. But I ain't paying a dime. I told the guy, I ain't paying a dime until you submit this to my insurance. I have insurance for a reason. Why aren't you submitting? Well, we didn't have an updated insurance card. I'm like, so why didn't you call or send a letter? Why do you automatically send this to a bill collection? Well, then a friend of mine, I was telling my friend of mine that works, she does claims, you know. She goes, that's because most people pay them. They don't second guess the clinic. Okay. And we are on where we get a discount by going to this clinic. He goes, and they are making money because due to the fact that they didn't send it to insurance companies, your discount's not off there. So they're getting a full bill. You're getting the collection agents is getting a full bill without the discount or your co-payments. Yeah, I discovered that yesterday looking at the bill. I'm like, wait a minute. I said, you didn't even take out the co-payment. You sent a full amount for the full amount, not minus the co-payment either. Oh yeah, they got caught big time yesterday. Big time. So none of this bill for my back that you sent to the collection agency or my labs, all of it, they never took off the $25 co-payments off the initial bill they sent to the collection agency either. I told the last guy that I talked to at the collection agency that he better go to church on Sunday because I said he was very rude. And then he's like, and I'm like, you know what? Take me to court. Take me to court. Garnish him. He goes, I can garnish your wages if we go to court. I go, that's funny. I don't have a job. Go right ahead. You can't garnish my husband's. So go right ahead. I said, and when we get into court and I explain how this was never turned over to my insurance company, they're going to look at you like you're a dumbass. Okay. There we go. That looks pretty good. And I'll be cutting that out so that'll look better once it's cut. Green beans and large grape tomatoes for tonight's dinner. Yum. I don't like tomatoes, but I like green beans. So, we never ate Brussels sprouts when I was a child. Diamond, I don't know where, I didn't even eat Brussels sprouts or make Brussels sprouts for my own children because I didn't eat them. Okay. So, I'd say about a year ago, I met Diamond and she made Brussels sprouts. My grandkids like them except Allie. Or not Allie, Riley. And Riley won't eat anything green. Anything green. I can't get that kid to eat a vegetable. Gave her money. So Diamond buys those little yoo-hoos where she thinks it's applesauce and it's got the vegetables and and fruits all in one. That's how she gets her vegetable proteins. That's what the doctor suggested. So back to Riley, or back to Diamond. So Diamond made them. And I crave Brussels sprouts. I bet you I eat Brussels sprouts once a week. I buy them. I cook them up with some garlic, some butter. Scott doesn't like them. Usually I make them when he's at work. And that's my dinner. Yeah. And because when I did have my physical, the doctor says because I drink a lot of Pepsi. I'll admit that. That is my one probably bad thing, as I drink a lot of Pepsi. But as my doctor told me, I drink a lot of Pepsi, but I'm eating the right foods. He's not too concerned. He wishes I wouldn't drink as much Pepsi as I do. But everything else I'm doing right. So he says he's not going to argue with me about my Pepsi intake. Because I am eating what I need to eat that's healthy. So there was worse things I could. Ooh, I never thought of that maple syrup. Ooh, I might have to try that. I love zucchini. I eat a lot of. Matter of fact, I told Scott we're gonna go to a farm. A kid helps his grandfather, and they grow vegetables all year long, all summer long. And he still puts up his little produce stand. He's about 14 years old. It's got to be. I like going to his little produce stand because he takes so much and he puts it back in, and he's saving. He told me last year he was saving for college. That's how he's saving and his grandfather helps him. So I told Scott I want to go get some zucchini. I will put my sign down because I'll be right back. Ooh. How long have I been on here? Let's see. What time is it? Oh, yeah. No wonder I'm getting hungry. It's noon. Let's see. I got about 20 minutes and then I'm going to call it. I think it's going to be my blue page where all the images are kind of blue. He's in blue. She's going to be like in a blue. So, ouch. What is, I feel like something's crawling on my leg. Yeah. Well, me and Allie did this one night. Allie did, I was messing around, me and Allie. It's got my little sand, because Allie came up with my little sign-off sand, my granddaughter. And then I will be right back on the back of it. And I have it hanging over here. And it just, boom, when I need it, I grab it. If I remember to. I try to remember. Okay. There's little dragonflies on her. One of them real quick. All right. It's nap time. All right, Bootsy. Have a good nap. My father-in-law says the same thing. Excuse me. Mm. Dominoes. Yeah, I'm not like that. Oh yeah, I'll get better that way. Oh, wrong side. I'm going to finish this one and then I'm going to call it a day. Oh, and I forgot to do card slide right here. All right. What color do we want the dragonflies? Let's make them like a pink. So they kind of pop a little bit. So we'll just go. All right. To the gears, to the gears, to the gears, to the gears. Let's see. Now, spray. That'll work out great. There we go. Like I said, when I cut it, it'll be a little bit better, but there's them 3 I did, and I'll work on this one later. There's that one. I think it looks good. I think I'm going to do something there, though. See, I can't really see the color added to the wings, so. Really faded. That lighter gray I had, can't tell it was on there, so we'll add this color. Make it pop a little bit more. There we go. I like that better. I can see a little bit of a color. I don't want to go too far. But that's what that one looks like. Then we got the gal. Then we got the guy so far done. I say 15 or 20 images. 20. There's a lot to do yet. How long have I been on? Yeah, I did my 2 hours. I usually go about 2 hours, and it's at 2 hours and 7 minutes. So I'm not bad. Three images in that time frame. That's about average for me. Ouch. Well, usually I can an hour for one. These are smaller, so that's not bad. But I want to thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up. Did I get any thumbs up? Oh yeah, I got 5 thumbs up. Awesome. Hanging out with me, watching me color these. I said when it comes to coloring, you don't need expensive markers, crayons, color pencils, markers, color pen, Crayolas. You know, I prefer Crayola. I will admit. If I don't have the money, if I didn't have the money to go out and buy Prisma colored pencils, I would buy Crayola. I will not do rose art on any product. Crayons, color pencils, or markers. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a lovely Friday. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow, and if I am, I might be coloring these different images again, because I'm going to work on these off and on today. Knowing my luck, I'll probably get them all finished today. And then scan them, and then I'll have them in a file that when I need them, I can just scan them or print them out. I usually keep my original and all that good jive. We'll see how they print out. That is the determined factor, how they print out. Because sometimes they don't print out. They look better this way, but sometimes they print out. I like them better printed out. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If I don't talk to you tomorrow or Sunday, as always, be happy, be kind, be safe, be funny, be careful, and be kind to each other. I keep wanting to add that. And be thoughtful. And have a good weekend, everybody. Have the rest of a great Friday. I will talk to y'all later, and thanks for watching. Bye.